Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar presented by PU Prep. Today I would say it's rather a very meaningful day or very meaningful sessions. Why? I'm not sure how many of you guys here has been following us. But actually we have a series of educational webinar started exactly a year ago, and today is a wrap up. Okay, it's the last topic of this entire journey. Okay, so I think we started with the basic one, like what is Forex pairing, how to trade, some of the basic technical analysis, and also some of the more advanced strategy, right? And yeah, so I asked myself like what else I can share with you guys. And I assumes that after a year of trading, and then after so many sessions with us, yeah, I assumes that some of you guys here might consider you yourself as an experienced trader. Excuse me, right? So I just want to share with you guys my own experience. Okay, I share with you what I have been through as a trader with an experience of somewhere around 10 years. Okay, I would say this is the last things that we want to master. The last missing puzzle before we can become pro, or we can make sustainable profit from the market, which is the psychology. Okay, so it's very important. So in these sessions, I will just share with you some of the thing that I went through, some of the stages as a trader. I hope that you can relate. Okay, and then try to also share with you some of what else that we can do. Okay, some of the methods. Try to prevent us to be hindered by our humanity, I would say, because we are humans, right? We are not robots. So sometimes we become emotional, hit by our own biases or our anything lah. Yeah, so let's get started. So yeah, before I start, allow me to read out today's risk disclaimer. This webinar is for informational and educational purposes only. Nothing discussed today should be considered financial advice, investment recommendations, or an offer to trade any financial instruments. Trading CFD and other leverage product carries a high levels of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Due to the nature of leverage, losses can exceed initial deposit, so it is important to fully understand the risks involved before engaging in trading. While we will discuss market analysis and trading strategies, these are purely for educational purposes and do not guarantee success. By participating in this webinar, you acknowledge that Pew Prime and I are not responsible for any trading decisions you make or any losses incurred as a result. All right. So yeah, as you guys see, as you guys can see on the screen, right? These are the highlight that I will cover today. Along the way, I will also share with you some of the case study where I burn my capitals, where I trap myself, and yeah, I just go out and seek a way or solutions to overcome all my difficulties. Okay, right. First, why does this sessions matters? All right. Can you can just ask yourself this question: how many of us here have let emotions affect your trade? Okay, very simple. It could be, you before. I assume that you always do your homework, right? So, any trades, okay, before you place the order, or even before you hold these positions, I'm sure you have this imaginations like, this trend will go to what price levels, and then how much you're going to make from this trade, right? And then along the way, I don't know, like you are a day trader or you are a swing trader. All right, you tends to hold positions longer than 2 days, 3 days, right? Along the way, have you tuned your stop loss and TP? Or along the way, you like try to sell some of the positions, or you just leverage down. Okay, you try to save the trade while add more positions while it already go against you. Okay, is that the case that you have been or you experienced before? Okay, definitely me. All right, I did that before. I don't want to admit losses. Okay, I quite try to tune my stop loss if I'm when the price got so close to my stop loss, then I refuse to admit my losses, so I keep tuning down, tuning down. Or it could be also when I catch a very good trend and I suddenly become very greedy, right? I become very greedy, and when the price is almost hits my TP, I tune up. Okay, I tune up. I say, could be more, could be more, could be more, and then suddenly there's a U-turn. I got nothing, and then just hit my safety pins, right? Maybe I just close my positions with break evens, or just earn much low smaller amount than I should. Right. So is that the case for any of you here? I would say 90% of you sure will face this kind of a conundrum. All right, because we are human, right? So I'm not sure it is now or before. So because for some people, right, they tend to be very disciplined at start. Okay, very disciplined. They do all the homework. They stick to their rules and principle when they trade. But as time goes by, okay, they think that they are pro enough, they understand the markets good enough, deep enough, and then they will just tune by their own instinct. Okay, instinct trading. Okay, or some of you guys could be like very blur at start. Okay, very blur, and then just trade whatever you know. Okay, trade with your feeling. Okay, and then after that you burn your hand, you burn out your capitals, and then you think that you want to come back stronger. Then you fail again, and then you go out and seek for solutions. You go YouTube, you buy books, you ask your friend, you discuss with your friend like how to trade, and then slowly you build your own trading strategies, you build your principle. All right, so we have like a very different scenario here, and I guess many of you guys here can relate. Okay, right. So before I share with you some of the scenario, I just want to just give you guys like a real real time case study, see if you guys face the same conundrums, or these what we call difficulties, right? So I'll share with you first with the goal. Okay, as you guys can see, this is from the early 2025. So if you guys have already venture into the CFD tradings markets, or any other forms of trading, and you just come across gold prices, and then you enjoy this booming trend, right? So maybe you can relate. So I'm not sure like how many of you started few years ago, where 300 pips, 500 pips is considered a lot for gold itself. Okay, so it could be like in a single day, the pip just range between 100 pips. Okay, so you can see the case here. So this is the daily time frame, right? Daily time frame, and you can see previously for the gold, how tiny it is when it moves. Okay, so at some point it just rally up. Okay, just rally up. Right. So I want to share with you this. Okay. So first it's just break. Okay, this time break new high, right? Break new high. Okay. And so if you happens to grab this trend, you will be extremely happy, right? Extremely happy with that. And I'm not sure how many of you are those that afraid, like a FOMO person. So no matter how high, you just want to chase because you believe that the trend is there. The momentum is there, then you definitely want to hold a position. You don't want to miss out. Okay. But for me, in my case, okay, I thought I'm pro enough, right? So I tell myself, like, how high could it be? How strong could it go? At some point, this all-time high, sure, it will definitely at one point have a U-turns, okay, hit by profit-taking sentiments, and I'm good enough to enter a short positions. Okay, so you can see like any sideway here, right? Any sideway here, I thought, ooh, the trend is already end. Okay, the bullish momentum might be ending here, and why not? I give it a try, enter a short position. Okay, so what happened? I lose, right? Because it keep on going up. And then I just miss another big trend here. So you can see like how many thousands of pips that I'm missing out. Okay, missing out a lot. And at any point, any point there's like you can see over here, oh, this bearish engulfing candlestick, right? Bearish engulfing. What does it tell us? Trend reversal. Definitely, I want to catch the trend. I want to short it back to where it is. All right. If I got it, I'm gonna be rich. Okay, I'm gonna be, it will be a handsome amount of money, right? And guess what? Keep on going up, and I might be losing. All right, I might be losing. Hit up all my stop loss. Okay, and then what next? If I got like two, three stop loss in a row, I might just not believe myself anymore, right? And what happened? Market crash. Okay. So I failed to grab any of the downtrend from here. Okay, so I don't know. I shared this experience, right? This is really happens to me, but of course, this is not exactly like where I enter, where I out. Okay, I cannot remember, but what I can remember is that I almost I feel very hard when everyone is making money with this superb rally of gold in 2025. Okay, so I was almost a very disciplined trader back then. Okay, when the market is rather sideways or good enough with with the volatilities that I'm very satisfied. So I'm making losses and also profits, but I was like overall a profitable trader. But just that I just remember vividly, I didn't catch this entire trend at all by my own stereotype, by my own bias that thought that and every time when an asset hits all-time high, very quickly it will hit by profit-taking sentiments, then we will see a U-turn. Okay, so yeah, I just remember that. So I'm not sure like how many of you guys here can relate. Another scenarios that I can give you. So this is like an old uptrend, right? Uptrend for BTC. Okay, uptrend, up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. Okay, so now it's a very nice trend, I would say. Right. So it goes down. So any of you guys here can believe that because it is superb, right? It's like keep on going up, going up. So any of you will believe that it has been trading in these kind of formations, okay? Like always uptrend, but has a slight downtrend, okay? And then this time same has a slight downtrend and then rebound. So this time round could be the same, like a slight downtrend and rebound, right? So I keep catching uptrend here. All right, keep catching uptrend, but it could be just go down. All right, and keep on going now. Okay, this is quite fresh. Okay, so I got hit by these also. I and also at the same time I want to share with you guys, right? So early on I was just like a forex traders, okay, forex pairing traders. Of course I trade with gold and some of the commodities, right? But I never venture into crypto market so soon. Only after the pandemic era, and everyone talk about this. But at first, I also deters by the huge volatilities of the crypto markets, especially BTC and Ethereum. Okay, it's crazy. The volatilities. I tell myself I can't hold it. Okay, but it just happens that surrounding by a bunch of people, they like a pro crypto traders, right? They always flex that how easy to make money, and then you say gold is too slow, forex pairing is too slow. Why don't you can try on cryptos and you can make like more than 1,000% of returns by an hour? Okay, you can make like few hundred percent of returns in a day. All right, so that is where I start and then where I feel hard. Okay, because when the like I shared with you guys earlier, when the market volatility is sideways enough or small enough, I manage my trading very well. Okay, so I would not hit by my emotion. Okay, if I lose, I would not I lose with like a more rational amount where I can accept. Okay, or when I profit, I know where I can profit. Okay, it's still it's sort of manageable. But when I venture into the crypto market, sometimes you just feel like the trend just against you a little bit. it got it got fooled by the market maker, and then after it just hit your stop loss and it just goes to the your favorable trend. Have you faced that before? Okay, for example, like you like this time around, okay, the latest trend for BTC, all right, you keep catching long positions, okay, for example, you keep long, but it just somewhere, just very oddly, it just want to hit your stop loss. Okay, it suddenly dropped like 1-2%, hit your stop loss, and then it rebounded and then break new high. Have you experienced that? So this is what I feel when I started with the crypto trading, right? So I feel hard and it just really hit my emotion. And and if I lose heart, right, and then I realize that was the trend. That was the trend that I'm holding, but it just got fake out and then I got stop loss, and then I want to take revenge. Okay, so this is also another round that I hit even harder. I feel even harder because I want to take revenge. I doubled up my positions. I know sure this time around I'm gonna get it right and I'm gonna revenge, and then I will double up my profits. I failed again. Okay, obviously, right? Because this is not like a strategies that can last long. Okay, so back to the slides that I prepare. I'm not sure like how many you guys here, can relate with one of the few scenarios that I can come up. So this trader, like for example, enter long positions with ERL USD right at this price with a leverage of 100. Okay, so price drop. Okay, price drop 50 pips. So instead of cutting loss, right, you move the stop loss lower. Okay, and then what next is it just drop even more. So you're supposed to just stop at losing 50 pips, but then you lower down and then you lose 60 more. Okay, so have any of you guys relate to this? So definitely me, right? So I can really experience this before way earlier. Okay, way earlier when I just started trading. Okay, so another scenario. Okay, so this is when suddenly we become so confident. Okay, so this is another scenario after a 5 winning trade. Okay, with one lot. Okay, with GPP JPY for example. Okay, so you become so confident, right? So you become so confident, you increase the positions, okay, to 5 lots. Okay, you all in. So you after you win 5 in a row, and then you just all in with all your profits. So next trade hits by some news that go against, and then you wipe out all your early profits. Happen does it happens to you? So when I trade with like a very small capital, right? Last time when I trade with just like, can't remember, was it like just 300 or 500 USD, right? So I will always try with like a very minimum trading lot size. Okay, I try with like 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, and then suddenly when if I got a few winning trades, I boosted my confidence. I thought like this time around, haha, why not I go bigger and then I can make my profit quick. So hopefully I can flip my trading capital faster. All right. So I can break with my friend, right? And then yeah, it's always fail. After that I would just wipe out all my initial capitals and I have to deposit again and to start all over again. So it just happens to me like repeatedly a few times. So and then just like at one point I tell myself I cannot be like that anymore. Okay, I have to be like a more rational and disciplined trader, so that it can last longer. I don't want to be a millionaire, for a month. Okay, I want to slowly build my fortunes and then I want to be like a long-lasting millionaire. Okay, so this is my dream. Okay, so I always go online, seek help, go for YouTube, buy books, and then yeah, I talk to friends. I now join group, right? Join forum, join like Telegram groups, like discuss a lot. So slowly, I become more rational. So I know that this is not only me. There's a lot of people face the same um, uh, difficulties that I do. Okay, so I feel more comfortable than I thought like I would just start from zero again. Okay, right. Third scenario. So gold surge like 150 pips. Okay, in 20 minutes. It could be during the post NFP sessions, or like this time around, like if Donald Trump say anything's good, okay, to the Middle East situation there. Okay, so trader jump in late, okay, top with max leverage, okay, because hit by FOMO. Okay, FOMO is mean fear of missing out. Okay, it's a huge trend, and then you just tell yourself that you don't want to miss out. Okay, you want to enter and catch the entire trend because here is just the start of the rally. It could eventually goes up by 500 pips, 600 pips. So it just started, right? So quickly you jump in, suddenly price reverse. Okay, how many of you guys here can relate, especially if you has been trading with non-farm payroll? Okay, because this happens multiple times with non-farm payroll trading because initially when the data due, right, people look at the non-farm payroll reading, look at the unemployment rate reading, look at the wage growth, okay, and then suddenly the market change in perception. Maybe those Fed officials comments comes in and it just go upside down. So it could be like suddenly spike out for the gold prices, and then in the next seconds, okay, cannot be next second, the next minutes go drop all the way back down. Okay, this happens multiple times if you has been trading with non-farm payroll or sometime with the Fed's interest rate decision sessions or sometimes CPI. Okay, so which bias you struggle the most? Okay, I'm sure all of you here must struggling with at least one or more biases. Okay, is it with loss aversions? You're afraid of making losses, you just tune your stop loss. Overconfidence, okay, you just top up your trading size. Okay, start with 0.1%, 0.1 lot size, and then the second winning trade you start with 0.2, 0.4, 0.8, things like that. Overconfident, and then suddenly boom, everything gone. Okay, or you are those people that is very formal, you very brave. Okay, you very brave, and then any trend, just any breakout you want to try. Okay, this could be your strategy. You might just come across this breakout strategy, very beautiful, like a long term, like a week long sideway. Suddenly there's a spike out, you enter. Right, when you enter, the trends just go against you, then you lose all, right? So these are the things that you can ask yourself. Okay, I cannot help because everyone is humans. We all make the same mistake. Okay, so you are not alone, right? I'm here to comfort you, but at the same time, I want you to ask yourself again, like, what goal you try to achieve? What is the target you try to achieve? And if you ask yourself, holding this kind of biases, okay, will you reach your goal eventually? Okay, and also again the questions to you, okay, because I started young, right, during my university time as a student. I want to make quick money, I want to become rich fast. Okay, I always have this imagination, so I thought forex trading can make me rich fast, right? But you want to be a millionaire that just lasts for a month, and then next month or next quarter just everything wipe up, or you just want to become a very consistent trader, making small step, but in the long run, you can be rich eventually. Okay, which kind of trader you are, ask yourself, right? So I can only help you with some of, yeah. So, first step to solve a problem is to recognize one. Okay, so after you recognize, let's see what we can do. Okay, right. So these are the practice, okay, the practice that I can share with you. So to, at least overcome some of your biases. Okay, first thing is pre-trade checklist. So remember, I told you guys I was okay. Okay, I didn't lose a lot when I trade with Forex or gold. Okay, but of course at start I lose a lot, but I become more consistent later. But then when I venture into the crypto markets, it was a nightmare for me. Then yeah, I back to basic. Okay, I write down strict rules. Okay, what are the principles that I follows? Okay, and why I enter these positions is because of this RSI tell me so, MACD tells me so, moving average averages, all these conditions tell me that I should enter a long positions. All these conditions that tell me I can enter a short position, check with Ichimoku Cloud, things like that. Okay, I will written it down and then also tell myself how many pips I can lose, but in a case of the crypto markets, like how many percent I can lose with this single trade. Okay, with BTC, where is my strict stop loss levels? Where is my strict TP levels? At one point, right, when I place some of the positions, I will stop, open up my apps until I got the notifications, right? Until I got my notification saying, oh, I hit the stop loss, I hit TP. Only I go back and check. So, at start, I always stare at my trading apps. Okay, I always stare at my trading apps, look at the price, goes up and down, up and down. I from profit to negative, from negative back to positive, things like that. Okay. So it just ruined my whole day, my day in, day out life. I got no life. I got so nervous looking at the number jumping up and down and then making profits, making losses. So yeah, this is my principle. So you can come up with your own principles, right? I'm sure if you are an experienced trader, definitely you should hold some principle and some do's and don'ts, or what conditions only you enter a trade. And if you enter a trade, how many percent are you willing to lose? Okay, so how many percent of your total trading capitals that you're willing to lose? Whether it be just 1% or 5%, that is yours. Principle. If you agree with that, then you have to practice it. Okay, and then next, okay, you ask yourself, can you hold it? Okay, can you take it if you really for example, I always last time out, I always enter BTC and Ethereum at the same time. Okay, of course I will have this strict stop loss. Okay, with this amount of money that I'm willing to lose. If these two positions both hit my stop loss, will I be okay with that? Okay, if the markets go so extreme just against me, all right, will I be okay with that? So ask yourself this question before you start the positions, okay, before you start the order. Okay, another thing that is also very critical for me. Okay, remember I always say, especially when I enter the crypto markets, I always want to take revenge. Why? Because after is every time when we hit my stop loss, it go to the correct directions that I wanted. So I take revenge. But then again, it got hit my stop loss again. So I got so speechless at points, and then I tell myself I cannot be like that. Okay, it's just ruin my emotions, ruin my mood. I become, I throw tantrums with my close one. So yeah, I just come up with this 24 hours rules. I will just stop trading for 24 hours if the group of my trading order just go against me. Okay, so I will just stop trading for a while, or more than a day, sometimes 2 days. If I got so frustrated, okay, I go back to forex trading or whatnot. Okay, or I just go out and chill. I will not trading, especially on crypto markets. Okay, right, and then do your reviews every Friday or every weekend, because I know that crypto does run over the weekends, but yeah, the momentum is not so high. Okay, the market volatility is not so high over the weekend. So weekend will be a very good time for you to sit down and review all your trade, especially those losing trade. Is it because you're mystic, or is it because you're biased, or yeah, it just sometimes we can't predict. Okay, everything goes right, principle or the condition hits, but it just happens that it hit your stop loss. It's not your fault, then it's fine. Or you fine tune your principle, of course, you fine tune your trading strategy. Okay, but if it's not because of your impulsive trade, okay, if it's not because of your biases, then yeah, it is okay to accept the losses. Okay, so promise yourself, you review your trade at every weekend. Okay. Right. So this is also more like a mindset, right? A mindset for you. You don't treat your trades like gambling. Okay, you trade you the every trade's like making a business decision. Okay, so it is not me, but there's a lot of my friend. They just treat it like gambling. Okay, they always like put in deposit like 100 back in one direction. For example, gold, or like last time when the USD JPY was very good. So you enter it, and then you just you plan to lose the entire position. Okay, lose the entire positions and then hopefully just flip multiple fold of the trend if the trend goes in your favor. So we don't do that, right? We don't do that. We don't gamble with the markets. Okay. So in the long term, I'm not sure whether or not you're going to profit from it or you just make losses. Okay. And then the mental circuit breaker. So circuit breaker means that you have to have like a stop loss. If you hit, like for example, right, three losses of a day. I'm not sure like you guys are a swing trader or like a scalper. Okay, you do scalping, or you're like a day trader. Okay, you tend to start 3 to 5 positions a day. Then yeah, you have to tell yourself after you hit a few losing trade and you become emotional. Okay, you can't help, and then why not just stop it a day or two? Okay, because the market is always there, right? The market will not close for the entire 2026. Okay, you will be always there 5 days a week. Okay, and then throughout the year. So the chance is there. The trading opportunities is always there, but your trading capital is not always there with you. If you're making losses too much, okay, if you become so impulsive, you can't control yourself, very emotional, then your trading capital will not be always there, but the trading opportunity will be always out there. So, unless you have a sufficient bullet, okay, like you already yourself a millionaire, multi-millionaire, okay, you just want to put in like 1,500 to trade, just gamble it, and then everything gone is fine for you. Okay, then go ahead. Okay, nothing's gonna hurt you. But if you want to, you have your financial goal. Okay, you want to make great profits from the CFD market, from trading. This will be the mental that you must hold. Okay, control your emotion, give yourself a strict rules. If you hit multiple losses and you know this is not right, okay, your thinking might be wrong, stop it. Okay, stop for a day, 2 days, come back stronger. Okay, so yeah, those breathing, right? Then you can do yourself practice, all right, and then also resilience. Okay, so probability thinking, but not outcome obsessed. Okay, so you don't just dream like how great it is if you hit your TP. Okay, but just think the probability, always pull up if you're using the trading view, right? Pull up your long positions, and also you pull up your stop loss, see whether or not this winning ratio, okay, the win-lose ratio is favoring you. Okay, give it a very strict principle, have to be 2-1. Okay, how to say, double up your profit and against like one losses. So at least have to be 2-1, only you enter the trade. If it's not, then this probably will not be the right trade for you to risk all your hard-earned money, hard-earned trading capital. All right. So I give you this some methods, hopefully can help. Okay, I'm not sure if you're a good enough trader, or you now at the moment you really stuck. You don't know what to do. You have been like trying hard, and then you cannot just make consistent profits. Okay, it could be your mental problem. So I search online, and then I see this 4 box breathing practice. Okay, what does it mean is that you inhale for 4 seconds, and then you hold for 4 seconds, and you exhale for 4 seconds, and then you hold for 4 seconds, and then maybe you just repeat 2 3 times. I would say it probably is gonna help you if you are so emotional, if you become so angry, right? Say sometimes the market just go against you, you become so angry. Especially when you trade with non-farm payroll, you got it right, but just hit your stop loss. Okay, you got faked out by the market maker, and then suddenly go back to your trend. You become so angry, you can practice this. Okay, so this is something that I can share with you. Secondly is environment. So you don't go, sometimes you just trade at bus station, okay, bus stop or train station, right? are you waiting for your train to commute to work, or you just trade at the restaurants, the buzzing restaurants, a lot of people talking, right? I don't know what kind of environments you love to trade at. So it could be some environments that is not really suitable for you to sit down and then have a deep thinking, have a good rational analysis. Okay, sometimes the environments really does have an impact on our decision making process. Okay, so we want to ensure that the environment is good enough for you to trade. Okay, it would be even better, when I don't know, like some of you, like in the morning, you want to like sit in the toilet, you do your big business, right? So maybe at that time, you're good enough to cool down yourself and you look at your trading apps and then you can place your trade rather than you go to like those places. It's very noisy. There's a lot of people. Then you cannot make a very rational and good decision making. Okay. Third is like psychological, right? So you do your pre-markets performance script. Okay, so at least you have this checklist, like you, how to say, you have this imaginations already. Okay, the worst case scenario, the best case scenario. So after you already run through this kind of a script, hopefully that you can just soothe yourself down. Okay, right. Um, I don't know like how many of you guys here are full-time trader. I'm not. I'm working, okay, with Prime obviously. So I'm not. So I come across some of the full-time traders. So you trade all day long, and you just stare at the screen for a very, very long time, and then you don't exercise, you become fatter, and then your whole body conditions is not healthy at the end of the day. And then when your body, right, you are not physically fit, how can you come out with a good enough decision making when when you trade? Because it requires you to have like a full focus mind when you trade, right? Especially if you trade with a big size, and then sometimes the market just go against you, or the market volatility is crazy, right? You got so stressed, and if you don't have a very fit body, how can you cope with all this stress, all this pressure? Okay, you add at desk, okay, you don't move around, and then you become like very dirty, all this food packagings and everywhere, drinking cups everywhere, so stacked, right? So would it be like a healthy environment for you to make good decisions? Okay, it would not. So it tends to make emotional decisions, right? But of course, when you make winning trade, you become so happy. But it just sometimes just can't help that you become overconfident, and then you trade more, trade bigger size, and then the result repeated. You can make big losses. So this is also something that I can come up for you, share with you, and you can take multiple weeks of break. So for me, I'm not only that sometimes I become so stressed. Okay, I become so stressed of trading. I would just take like a short gateway. I get out from the cities, I go travel a few days, and then come back. I would not trade straight away. Okay, I will wait for like a week. Okay, only I enter the trade again. So come back and then do your homework before while you go for a holiday. You just go for it. Okay, you don't think of anything about market. Okay, clean your mind. But when you come back before you trade, do your homework, review your trading strategy, and then learn more. Okay, you go to different website, you go YouTube, and then you just check. Okay, ask yourself, is this trading strategy suit you? Okay, what you did wrong in the past, right? Anything that you want to fine tune, anything you want to change. Okay, so ask yourself before you really start with live account. Okay, so you can always start with demo account. Okay, this is like no cost, is free of charge, and I think across all those legit platforms all offer a demo account. Prime have demo account as well. Can always start with demo account to try out new strategies before you really use your own hard-earned money to start not start to trade again. Okay, so I hope that after you do all this, okay, you practice all this, it can recover your account, okay, and then make new high, and then you can take the real revenge. Okay. another small tips that I can share with you, implement a fixed trading hours. Okay, so because it will just let you get used to the market volatility. So if you are a New York session trading guys, just stick with it. If you are like a Japan Tokyo session trading guy, you love to trade Japanese yens, stick with that. No wrong. Okay, or you are the Euro sessions, okay, the London session, stick with it. It's fine. Trade with 3-4 hours, good enough. Okay, and then if you want to let the bullet to fly for longer, you just have to have like a strict stop loss and TP. That's it. But most of the time you just stick with one time trading session, and then you become more and more familiar with that. Hopefully, just one day you can make profit consistently. Okay, and then set one day of a zero trade day. Okay, I'm not talking about weekend. Yeah, so if you are not sure when you suddenly become not comfortable, okay, maybe in a period, okay, in this quarter or in this month, you can tell yourself, every Thursday I don't trade, every Friday I don't trade. Okay, this could be like one strategy for you. Okay, we have like 1 0 trade day for you, to tune yourself. Okay, to tune yourself, to calm yourself down, to become less emotional, to become more rational, right? And then hopefully you can make a consistent profit. Okay, so a key takeaway for you guys, psychological as some of the people out there, some of the traders out there might think that this is not really important. I have my skill, I have my strict technical analysis, I know so much. I mastered the markets, but at some point it will just hit. Okay, so this is not really a soft skill, but it's like a requirement when you go to the highest level. Okay, master your mind, master the markets. Okay, so the market is always there, keep changing, but you cannot control the market really unless you are the CEO of the financial institution. Okay, you are the CEO of, I don't know, JP Morgan Stanley. Okay, then you can sort of control the market a little bit, but we cannot control the markets. We can only control our mind. So master your mind, then you can master the market. Okay, so discipline beats intelligence in the long run. Okay, so I think everyone knows that, but I think it's very hard. Okay, I know everything, but I just cannot practice it one by one because disciplines. Okay, so we are human, so admit our mistake and then we can come back stronger. Consistency comes from system, not motivation. So remember I said written down all your strict principles, training principles, and uh conditions. Okay, so you can make consistent, you can build your training system, right? Build your training system rather than just of just gut feeling. Okay, we just trading with your feel. Okay, that is not right. Okay, you build your own training system with your strict principles and also strategies. Hopefully you will be, starting to make consistent profits. Okay, so the market doesn't change, you change. Okay, so this is the final quote that I can give all of you here today, right? So thank you. So here come to the last slide of today's session, and also it's a wrap for a year-long educational series that pre-prams prepare for you. I'm sure not everyone here following us from day one until today, but it has been a journey. It has been a year journey, and here come with a wrap. All right. So, but then, yeah, rest assured. Okay, we are preparing a new series, and then of course we will share it with you later. So I hope that you enjoy trading with Pew Prime, and I wish you all of you here make consistent um profit from the markets. Okay, not one time, not two time, consistent of profits. Okay, let's see what questions that you guys throw to me. Wongani Banda asks, yes, you can you share the PowerPoint? Yep, you can ask your respective account manager. Okay, ask your respective account managers for the recording. Okay, thank you a lot. I see a lot of people like Benjamin. Thanks Thank you, Banda. Thank you, Mendoza. Thanks a lot. Right. Any questions that you want to throw to me, you can type it out here. Right. Many thanks for your support. I hope that this really helped you. So this is like the final missing puzzle for you to become the great trader. Okay. So if you really control your mind, I would say you're gonna beat 80% of the trader outside. Okay. If you don't have an account manager, you can contact the customer service. Ask them to assign you once, and then the customer manager will entertain you, and then you can get the recording for today's sessions. Right. Thank you, everyone. Rachel, Evans, thank you. Right. So I guess there's no more question from you guys. Right. Yeah. Many thanks for all the support of this wall, and then see you guys in the next series. Thank you. Bye bye.